Getting a check.
Check.
We are back. So our podcast is back. We're going to be talking about important topics in regards to the automotive market. We'll talk about trends and sales. We're also going to bring back Hot Sauce Thursday. So I know my doctor said we couldn't do that, but we're going to do it anyways. We just got back from the Mecum Kissimmee summer sale, and we were able to purchase 8 cars. We tried to sell one. It didn't happen, and that's because the market's a little softer. We had some favorite cars there that we documented it, and they're in our social media. My favorite one was a C10 with a NASCAR-inspired chassis, and it had an LS3 in it. It's crazy. We have it on our social media. We could actually post it here now. What we have here is a 1976 C10, but it has been super modified. So this has a NASCAR-styled full frame on top of this beautiful body, this Nardo gray body. $275,000 invested, LS3 power plant. And you guys got to take a look at it. Taking a look at the rear, you can see the skeleton of the car. It has a quick change rear end. You have limiting straps that you can adjust. So if you're taking corners, it will keep the axle in place. You have coilovers on all 4 corners with NASCAR style adjustment for height. So that's a 1/2-inch driver, and you can adjust the height right there. Fuel cell in the rear, and take a look at that beautiful interior. The red just pops. You have a leather wrapped dash. You have the Holley EFI screen right here, along with your infotainment system. You have GT40 inspired switches here. And the interior, so the seats have that picnic style color, and it really matches with the Nardo gray. What do you think it's going to sell for? I think it's going to do close to $200K, maybe more.
Did that car sell?
No, it went to $150,000, no sale. What was your favorite car there?
I was gonna pick that one, but my actual favorite, second to that, is probably the replica GNX. It was pretty well done.
Yeah, it had the diff cover and everything.
The craziest part about it is that it sold for 80 grand. Like
85.
85 grand.
Yeah.
I guess with fees and stuff.
Plus the fee.
Wow.
That guy was dancing for joy. You should have seen the seller. He's like a grin so big it was touching his ears.
We were guessing prices while we were there, and John guessed for the truck. I think you guessed.
I guessed 175.
175.
Or 190, I think it was, yeah.
And I guessed 50 grand for that GNX, and I was shooting high. Yeah. And it shot to 85 grand, so it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Market.
And then we also got to see wrestling.
Oh, yeah. That was right after we watched
We went to Old Town. They have a car show during the auction, and there were wrestlers.
We'll shoot some clips.
Yeah, we'll show you some clips of the wrestling. It was pretty intense, real serious, barbed wire and everything.
Breaking glass.
Did they have EMTs nearby?
Yeah, they had EMTs.
Probably.
Yeah, they were also the guys were drinking beer on the.
Set. That's got to be safe.
Bidders from the auction.
No.
Yeah. We were introduced to it pretty weirdly too, because we were looking for parking.
It was a community mixer.
We saw one of the wrestlers walk by with a beer in his hand, and I'm like, "Oh my God, look at that guy!" And then he was like the star attraction.
Oh boy,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the market's still hot here. I can see that there are trends going towards 80s and 90s cars, and I'm sure everybody here agrees. You could buy a Grand National in 2017 to 19 for like 18 to 24 grand.
Jeez.
And now they're 50 grand, 45, 50 grand. So that's impressive. And then you can also see the downturn of the 40s, 50s, and 60s cars. So like a Bel Air would be a good example, like which I love. But they were selling in 2017 to 19 for around 35,000. I'm sorry, around 55 to 65,000. Now they're selling for 35,000 today. So the boomers are kind of fizzling out, it looks like, and then our generation is coming in.
They bought up all their hot rods during the COVID pandemic.
Okay, yeah. Boomer.
Which is probably the worst time to buy it because everything was shooting up.
Yeah, but was getting free money.
I think the COVID rush is over because a lot of guys were coming in and they couldn't touch the cars. They were bidding online, like on Bring a Trailer, P-Car Market, and they were buying these cars without visually seeing them. And a lot of people got taken advantage of, and now you're starting to see those cars roll through the auction again. And people get to see them now, and the market is correcting. So it's back to normal, is what I think. Right now, what do you think our popular cars are, Emil?
Oh, man. I came back from last week, and there's a bunch of 280s just running around, 260s. I'm like, what is going on? Are they multiplying at this point? Because you got this one over here that has, what, an LS in it?
LS3.
LS3, and then the one at the shop, the other one has what?
That has a factory L28.
Dude, I was like, what's going on here? Because I was like, how do you move it over here that fast? And also, why is it a different color?
Which one would you have? I mean, would
This
you have
LS.
the LS? Oh, come on. I'd
That
have
LS3.
L28.
The LS3 one is
through
bad.
an automatic.
It has a quick shift, so you can put it in drive and then you can manually shift it.
So you can pretend that you have a clutch.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Sums it up pretty quickly.
What about you? What do you think is a hot car right now?
Hot car right now, or a hot car that we have in inventory?
Well, you could do right now. We don't have to have it in inventory.
Honestly, I don't know, but I really been thinking about these JDM cars recently. Like, I don't know how the market's doing for them.
I think it dropped considerably from 6 months ago. So obviously we have a R33 couple, and the prices were in the hundreds, and now they're in the 90s. So I think that it's correcting.
Well, I mean, they're
The 34s.
the thing is the 34 is legal now. So
Yeah.
it's like now everyone's like, all right, don't want a 33 anymore. Bye. So,
Yeah, but the 34 is how much?
Yeah.
190?
It was
no. You can get like a
A
base
GTR.
a regular
Yeah.
GTR for like 100. You're gonna get a base bone one.
Yeah.
Like
But I
It's 100
noticed
grand.
those cars weren't doing that well. During
No,
launch.
at auction they had a whole bunch of JDM RX-7s that were really, really cool, and they were bringing like 17, 18 grand.
it's not.
Whereas-
hard to watch.
I think people are
to watch.
starting to tighten up their wallets going into the election and all that too. I don't think people are out.
Yes, we did have that issue that happened this past week.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was there's a lot going on.
If he wouldn't have
about
turned
that.
his head, he would have got it right in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
But did you see the video? They had a guy on the roof, and people were filming
Somebody
the
timed
guy on the roof.
Somebody timed it. It was 2 minutes prior to the actual shot that they realized that that person was on the roof. So it took 2
I
minutes.
mean, this is obviously a car podcast.
I was just about to say,
but
we're-
still,
we're-
I mean,
we're
that's
a
how
track
he's
car.
Dude,
Everybody knows
I fell
about
asleep for like I was home and I was like, all right, let me just take a little nap before the UFC fight comes on. I blinked and I opened it. My phone was like, did you see what happened? I was like,
Well, you know, our truck, our 3100, we had a 52 3100 with an
Yeah.
LT4. It was going across at the same time that happened.
oh damn.
Oh,
I was
man.
about
And then people in the audience started going like, "Oh my gosh, the president was shot. The former president was shot."
Right when our car's going.
Yeah, right when our, of course, right.
Because I mean, that's
Going
where
on
I was gonna
news.
ask how that thing did because
It was right at the same time, around 5 o'clock. I think it was around 5. So it would be within reason.
It's like when you tell a joke and no one hears it, and then someone tells the same joke and everybody laughs at that one. And they're like, "Hey, man."
So what are your favorite cars you filmed this year
Oh man.
or
I
photographed?
think that challenge was got to
Because Will's our photographer, Emil does videography, so does Felix.
That Challenger that's the most fun. That's the coolest footage we've gotten so far.
Yeah, we had the rollers.
Everything kind of just went flawlessly
I mean,
with that one.
I gotta go with the Challenger. Yeah, that thing's sweet.
Yep, it's still at the engine shop, but we do have a buyer for it. So when it gets back, we'll get her loaded up.
I have kind of an oddball one, that Volkswagen Bug that we
The
had.
green
with
one?
the, with the red interior. We had a red interior one.
Oh,
was
the cream
almost-
on red interior.
almost perfect.
Early production.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a nice one.
Yeah.
Oh,
that actually
sunroof.
broke. That did very well.
that was
Yeah,
a
it
open
did.
window.
It did good numbers.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
The Mini was cool too.
We've
Yeah,
had a lot of
that
cool
is so much
cars this
fun.
month, this year.
Yeah, we've got a lot of new stuff rolling in, so you guys are going to be very excited or very happy with our vehicle.
I'm excited
purchase.
for the new pickup that you got.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Is that a factory 5 chassis
It's a factory 5 with a Roush 427R
and a pickup truck?
and a pickup truck body.
Yeah.
So it's a kit they make, and it looks like a old school pickup. Cool wheels, big brakes, custom suspension, coilovers,
I'm
the whole
excited
9
for
yards.
Burnouts.
So since you're our photographer here, what's the secret for the perfect shot? I mean, you take pictures too.
Yeah, but that's
Good
what
light.
I'm going for.
Good light.
Good light.
So how do you know how do you know what good light is if you're using a studio?
No harsh lighting, no direct lighting.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I got.
That's it. Just light,
Soft light. That's all you need.
and then a special lens, or you could do it with anything.
Just these two lenses.
Oh, he's got his
Oh.
2 eyes.
It's
His 2 eyes. Oh,
the only
man.
lens you need.
So we've had some
Just need these 2 brown babies right here.
No one.
Oh, I forgot the memory card.
nothing. It's all started
I read that one.
these guys.
Oh, guys, just keep rolling with it. I forgot the memory card.
Forgot the-
I can edit this in post.
Oh, for sure. It's so easy. No, just keep going. I'll fix it.
It's just like what's happening right now. He's
Yeah,
like, oh my
just
God,
keep-
the camera hasn't been on the
My
whole
favorite
time.
line. Just keep going. We'll fix it in post. No.
So what makes something go viral? I mean, we've had a lot of stuff hit in regards to our social media. I know you've been following and cooking up stuff
Yeah. What makes stuff go viral is
for automotive? I mean, it could be for anything.
I don't know. There's so many different automotive genres. I feel like of car.
Like,
that
do
it's
you
hard to
think-
tell what makes it go viral, but I would say probably loud noises is probably the first thing you notice when you're looking at a car video. And that Challenger that we did recently blew up.
The sound was
I
fine.
lost track of the numbers. I stopped.
It's
looking at
4.5 million. So
He
you
knows.
guys will see that on the
He
screen.
knows.
4.5 million views.
But yeah, that's one of those cars that is loud in every single way. It's
Yeah, the
loud in
color.
exhaust, it's loud in color. It drives amazing. So that kind of made itself viral. It was viral when I was recording it. I knew it was like, wow, this is crazy.
Do you think that if you don't use like a lot of editing, so if you film it just on your cell phone for, say, so Instagram or TikTok, does that make it blow up faster because you're using their products to make the content instead of posting it?
used to be the case.
No,
Not anymore?
Yeah. I don't think that's the case anymore.
It used to be.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
that's
they
coming
learned-
from somebody
yeah,
that uses
just learning
phone
over here. I just work here.
and transitions to Sony.
Yeah, they preferred you use the phone itself, the app itself, more than anything.
Yeah.
Before, but now just to cater to creators.
It's less the phone and what you film with. It's more the utilities that they give you to edit these videos
Mhm.
Yeah.
within the app.
I mean, what's crazy is like I'll look at, like, say we look at the Challenger or like a Grand National on there. All of a sudden, my feed is filled up with nothing but that. So they're like sucking our data. But that also gives us, you know, there's a lot of dealers that are doing the same thing. They do like the ASMR. They're touching stuff like that girl, that Mercedes.
Mercedes. Mercedes.
Is there whatever she
Yeah,
says?
yeah.
And she touches the grill.
Stuff like that is always going to be popular because ASMR has been popular on social media for a very long time.
Yeah. So everybody keeps on talking about the DJI Pocket, which is this mini camera that I'm pretty sure you have one behind the scenes right now. And they're saying it's the same as a full frame camera for content. I know you're major into, you have a red, and I know you're big
Well,
into.
it's not even about that. I just think we're comparing apples to oranges here. You can't take a 1-inch CMOS sensor and put it up against a full frame. It's not even the same thing.
They're making it look like, when these guys are putting this stuff out, it looks like they're using a big boy camera.
But it doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't. Like, it does that one shot fine, but once you remove it from its element, it becomes a completely different camera.
Yeah,
It's
a lot
different
of-
utility.
Yeah.
So whereas, like, yeah, it's a 20 millimeter fixed f2 on a 1-inch sensor. So as long as the conditions are perfect, if the sky is great and everything, and you got the right lenses and filters and NDs and everything on it, fine. The problem is that people are thinking that you can just pick up a $699 kit and make that shot.
Yeah,
You can't.
that's
You have
not
so
true.
many things that come with it. You got to know how to
Yeah.
manipulate the footage. You got to know the settings. This one guy threw a settings video up on Instagram, and I was like, why? And everything was auto. I was like, why don't you just teach people how to use the camera? Also, the camera is not as manual as you want it to be. There's certain things you can't control. So yes, it does that one roller shot fine, but what you're gonna find is people are gonna buy this camera up. Everyone's gonna have that one roller shot. They're not gonna learn how to do it for real. And then these kids are gonna make one video that blows up. It's awesome. They get put on a production. They go, can you use an ARRI? And they go, no. And then now you look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now you look like an asshole. Can't do that. Like,
Yeah, I understand that.
I understand they want to make it simple, and it's meant for travel vlogging, which is great. It does that.
It also does portrait.
It does
instantly,
portrait,
which is
and it's
pretty
great
cool for
But honestly, have we ever seen any other footage of the rollers?
no other footage other than
'Cause that's-
rollers. That's
'cause
all you
that's
see
what
for
it's
the
for.
cars.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, we just did get a gimbal for it, so just
You know?
that we're gonna have it behind the scenes to see how it works.
It's a great tool to have in your kit, but don't base your entire kit around it because you're gonna get
Yeah.
caught with your pants down.
I think Will can do a better job with his suit on outside the van in regards to a roller than.
There's just movements you can't get. There's
Yeah.
certain things you can't do. So like I said, it's a great
always
tool.
more fun hanging out of a van.
Well,
almost
he
dying.
is. It's safe. There is
I
a
don't-
strap. There's a harness, and it's connected to the van.
OSHA certified.
Yes, it is OSHA certified. So when you're doing those rollers, is that something that you have to set the camera, or you're just doing multiple shots?
I'm doing multiple shots, but it's a completely different setting than when I shoot my still photos.
You have it's closing the shutter faster, correct?
Well, when I'm shooting still, yeah, quick shutter. When I'm
Because I
shooting
never
rollers,
really understood that myself.
I keep the shutter open about a half second,
Yeah.
but I'll shoot super fast, maybe 2-3 frames a second, and it's kind of tough because the van's moving, the car's moving.
There's a lot going on.
You know, there's bounce, there's undulations in the street and all that, and then so you got to fire off a bunch. And
So you say you take
grab a
500 pictures. How many do you think you would save out of that? 12?
if that,
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Probably less than 10.
It's a lot of work.
Those shots are worth it though.
Yeah, that's what helps us sell cars. So
Well, you keep bringing
all you guys,
You
I mean,
keep
it's a
bringing the
team.
cool cars. We'll keep pumping out the cool content.
Yes, I need to buy more cars. So we're headed to the next one is going to be in PA, so Harrisburg. So we'll go there. We'll load up on some more inventory. By the time these guys finish up with our inventory here, which we're going to go through at the shop and list up, we'll have new inventory rolling in.
Anything
So-
we should bring up to Harrisburg?
No, I don't think so. I think we do better marketing. We've got such a great team here for marketing. So, if you guys need help selling your car, I mean, this is definitely not a sales video, but we got the team to do it. I think I did the data, and we did 500,000 photos since we started. Photos shot and edited, which, that's more than a work hour because we have multiple guys here, but that's crazy.
It's totally believable. When you're doing 100 gigabytes per car.
Yeah, we have those XTF trucks right now that we're partnered up with Factory 5. That's usually a built, not bought style of product. And we're going to be the first that is going to be an a la carte, completely finished product for somebody that doesn't want to build it, but they know that a professional's done it. So that's going to be pretty cool.
All right, John. We got the top screws all in. That gets covered with a piece of rubber so you won't see the screw holes. We now have the inner fender wells in place with the rubber. And we got our support bracket. So everything's nice and sturdy. The truck lines up pretty darn well, I think. It's almost perfect, perfect, and it fits. It's pretty nice. And then the rear here, we've got the rear end, then we got the support bracket. So this fender it's nice and tight. I mean, I'm shaking it, and the truck's shaking. So, all right. Then we got up front, we got the paint and match mirrors. I love it. It looks awesome. Same thing with this side. Love it. Looks good. So now I'm going to go on this side, and I pretty much just need to secure. I got to do the bracket there, screw that in, do the rear. So we'll have this fender done today also. So pretty much the back of the truck's very close. We talked to Travis at Factory 5 today. He's going to get with me with, I just got to hook the lights up. We got to get in the harness a little bit, splice some wires in there for the reverse lights and the marker lights. So that's going to get done. And then we'll pop some holes in here. We'll get the tail lights in. But it's definitely coming along, and we're moving.
We've been documenting the first 3, and then we're going to have the next chassis roll out probably end of year. So the first truck will be here this week.
So
I
excited.
keep saying that this week, but I keep on finding like little details to work on.
Gotta perfect it.
Yeah, that'll be cool. But if you guys enjoy this podcast, please be sure to click like and subscribe below. Also, we're going to bring back Hot Sauce Thursday so we can injure ourselves.
See ya!
Oh man, I can't even think straight.
Freaking hell.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
It's a big move.
I think I had like extra pepper flakes is what happened.
Yeah, that's what
Alright, back to work. Let's go film a Cadillac.
Bro, let's go film. Yeah, we'll start like levitating or something.
We'll do some sort of competition there, and Will definitely win because he knows all the knick-knack facts that we don't. But you guys
Yeah,
have
he's
anything to
pretty
say?
Excited for Hot Sauce Thursday.
I'm
Can't
glad
wait.
you guys are.
I'm not. We're going to get Sam in here too. So Sam does editing for us as well. But he has a sweat issue, so he sweats a lot. And he didn't want me to bring it up, but
He didn't want me to bring it up.
He
though.
said that he
not shaking his
profusely
hand
sweats.
anymore.
So we're gonna get like a really high def camera and put it like right by him so that we can see the sweat come down.
Sweat cam.
Sweat cam.
Oh God.
That's all, folks.
All right.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.